friends, welcome back. I'm so happy you decided to stop by. How are you? I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited for the upcoming Christmas season. And I don't know if it has anything to do with this COVID, but I know here in the Netherlands people are really getting excited to start decorating for Christmas, and it is only November. And here in the Netherlands, it's just really unusual because we still have a holiday coming up on December 5th. So anyway, well, I am always excited to decorate for Christmas. Now in this video, we're gonna make some super cute Christmas DIYs. So make sure you stay tuned. Now if you're new to my channel, I'm your host Arelis and I post videos every Friday. I would totally love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and become a resident of my happy home. Now, as my friend Heidi always say, let's get crafting. Now here you see me laying out all the pieces of these popsicle sticks that I'm going to be using. Maybe you already figured out what I'm going to be making, but in case you haven't, I'm going to be making one giant snowflake. I was thinking how to decorate my two beautiful mirrors that I recently purchased, and I didn't want it to overdo it, so I am going to be making a giant snowflake for my mirror in my living room. Now you guys, tell me, who of you remember this tool? I used to love math, you guys, and we use this in math class like all the time. Now it is totally unnecessary to use this, but I found it in a drawer, so I just decided to take it out and just see if I can still use it. So anyway, you're going to have to cut out 2 circles and you can totally freehand this, but I wanted to use this pair of compasses just to see how it was working again. But anyway, with the first circle that I made, I'm going to be using it as a base to create the center of my snowflake. Now I'm going to be creating a 6-legged star. Is that something that I said correctly? I'm not sure, but anyway, this depends on the pattern that you want to make, and this is the one that I am going for. So here you see me placing the other circle on top to give it more security, and then I am ready to start filling in the stars of the snowflake, and I'm going to be doing that by making these triangle shapes more in the middle of the snowflake. Now ever since the renovation, I don't have everything in place, especially my crafting supplies, so I couldn't find my glue sticks anywhere. So that is why I am using this glue, and to be honest, I really love it because it really dries quite fast, and it isn't as thick as the hot glue, and these popsicle sticks are really thin, so I really want them to be staying flat on top of each other. So that is why I am using this type of glue. Now I'm not gonna talk throughout this entire video, just sharing with you some bits and pieces that I think that are necessary, but I think the rest is quite self-explanatory. This video is part of the DIY Challenge Christmas edition hosted by Heidi Sonboul DIY. I will leave a link of her channel in the description box below together with the playlist, so you make sure you check out all the participants in this challenge. Now it's already started to look like a snowflake, but we're not done yet. The last part is to create these ice crystals at the end. And for that I'm going to be using 2 more pieces of popsicle sticks and shape them in a V shape and gluing them at the end of all the arms, or did I just say legs? But anyway, I know snowflake can't walk or wave, but whatever. We're going to be gluing them at each end of the arms of the snowflake. Now keep in mind, while you are gluing down these popsicle sticks, you want to create a nice finished look, so make sure you glue down all the popsicle sticks all in the same direction and in the same manner. Now after I left the snowflake to dry for about 30 minutes, I'm going to be using some chalk paint to paint the snowflake white. And I'm going to be painting both sides, even though you're not going to see the back side, but it's always so much nicer if it has a nice finished look. And while I let my snowflake dry, I'm going to start off my second DIY using these clothespins. And I'm going to be making a set of smaller snowflakes. And I didn't know how much I was going to be needing, so I just took off a bunch and just started. And first thing I went ahead and removed the metal piece in between. And you want to glue these down like flat to flat and round to round, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I removed a bunch of the metal pieces and then I started gluing them together. And as you go along, you just find out a faster, easier way to glue them together, because first going one by one, it was just taking too long. So I decided to put them in a row and then just put some glue on them and then gluing them together. So that took me less time than just gluing them one by one. And after I let my pieces dry for about 5 minutes, I was ready to glue them together. And I'm going to be creating 2 layers for these snowflakes. The first layer is a 4-piece cross or star, and the second layer is a 8-piece star. And this is totally optional depending on the pattern that you're going to choose or the shape that you want. You can totally do 2 layers of 6 pieces or 8 pieces or whatever has your preference, but this is what I was going for. Luckily, I was able to find my small glue gun with some glue sticks, because gluing these stars were a bit tricky using the other glue. So I was really happy that I was able to find my little glue gun. And once you've got your 2 stars ready, you can go ahead and glue them together. Using chalk paint on these would take a little bit more time, so I decided to take them outside and cover them with spray paint. And now that all my snowflakes are done and dry, I am ready to give them a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to be mixing some white glitter with a little bit of silver and some champagne colored glitter. And I actually wanted to use some of that faux snow. But again, I couldn't find it, and I am positive I have a bunch of those lying around somewhere in my craft stash, but I just couldn't find it. So I am using this glitter mixture, but at the end I really love how it turned out. Now, like I said, I am creating these snowflakes to hang on my mirrors in my living room and my entryway. But you can totally create these like this giant one. You can make smaller ones and use them as ornaments in your Christmas tree. You can hang them in your garland, or you can use them as window ornaments. There are dozens of ways that you can use this in your decor. And I also think they're not only for Christmas, but you can also use them in your winter decor. And for the finishing touch, I'm going to be adding these rhinestones to my giant snowflake, using the little ones on each junction where the popsicle sticks meet, and the larger one, of course, in the center of my snowflake, giving it that extra nice high-end look with that touch of sparkle. And for my other snowflakes, I'm going to be doing something similar just to keep it cohesive. And I had this bling wrap. I'm just going to cut off a few of these circles, and I'm going to be using them to cover up the holes in my snowflakes. And I thought it was really perfect because they are not too big and not too small, just enough to give that sparkle that I was going for. And for the center, I wanted a larger piece of rhinestone than the ones that I used on my giant snowflake. So I took out my stash of rhinestones and I found these ones and I thought they were perfect. So I used them for the center of my snowflake set. And there you have it, two very simple and very beautiful DIYs you can use in your Christmas decor or even in your winter decor. I absolutely love how these turned out, especially the sparkle on them. They are just perfect. Now I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and again, if you're new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would consider hitting the subscribe button and become a resident of my happy home. Now for now, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and remember to check out the playlist in my description box below to see all the other participants in this challenge. So for now, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I see you again in my next one really soon. Until then, always remember to live, laugh and love, and stay safe. Bye!